you and I didn't get a chance to catch up because the best thing that happened with Mailsack was you got a call this week from our buddy, drum roll, brrr, who was he?
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. Dave Marvel. Dave Marvel. Love that guy.
Yeah, you know, I really miss those face-to-face events, not to complain about it, but just to really appreciate the fact that we did have all these opportunities, because it's not like we just don't just go to meet customers. We also meet different people, different business partners. Vendors
and people who are also there presenting. Take us back, Stephen. Take us back to the day we met Captain Marvel.
So I'm walking in the basement of one of the least successful events we've had, and I was walking away from the booth just to occupy myself while Mac was holding it down. I saw this guy in the corner in the back, and there was nobody at the event. He was like doing nothing, and he said, "How many people are in your household?"
Right.
And at the time, you know, I had my kids, but they were with me some of the time, and I gave him this story, and I said, well, I have 2 kids, and his magic number is 4. If you don't have 4...
I didn't fit the mold either.
Then you're dead to him. You just mean nothing. His job is to get good quality opportunities for his company.
Yeah.
So I gave him this long answer to get to 3, which was he needed 4.
He told you to take a hike.
Right. So anyway, so we were talking for a little bit, and I able to talk to him and get him a better spot in the booth and in the event, and we talked a lot more and really became good friends, and we became in touch. It's been probably 2 years.
It's been 2 years. He calls us all the time. He's been at a couple of, back when we still had events, we would see him a couple of times here and there. I miss the guy, but I love that he calls us.
You wouldn't believe what he said this time.
Go for
it. Normally it's like he calls and orders some products for his friends and so forth. So this time was different. He said, "I got some gummies in the mail."
No, say it like he said it.
"I got some gummies in the mail."
Okay, thank you. I needed that. Thank you. I need my day fix.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if they're going to mess with my medication or not.
So what you're telling me is someone randomly sent our buddy Captain Marvel,
well, look,
questionable gummies.
You know, Dave's good at some things, but technology is not his thing.
Okay,
right? He's an old school guy.
No. He'll have you believe that. Okay. That's what Dave's doing, and you know it.
Well, he's not a technologist. So I asked him, "Hey, did you put your credit card in anywhere? Had anyone potentially gotten your information to send it?" And he said, "I don't know." So, long story short, I said, you know, if you don't see a lab report and if it's not tested, you know, taking it one time a gummy is not going to do the dramatic thing that you may expect. It's a CBD, like Doc G just said. It's not a high; it's healing. So with that little amount, you're really not going to have any major risk. If there's heavy metal in it, I mean, you know.
Well, Dave knows that spiel because he heard it from us so many times about the whole lab report thing. So I love that he called and told us about this gummy situation.
But he only listens to how many people in your household.
But he knows better. He knows better than to try some random gummy without a lab report.
But okay, well, so
but at least he called us.
He did. Well, so listen to this. So then I'm walking around the house actually, and Grandpa Ted's walking down the stairs, and he stops. He says, "Hey, Steve." What, Dad? "Tom Hanks and his wife left Hollywood." "Really, Dad? What they leave Hollywood for?" CBD, the CBD business. They believe in it. It's healing, and they're leaving Hollywood for the CBD business.
Right. So they're not going to make any more money doing anything Hollywood related.
Right. Exactly. They don't want anything. So I said, "What do you?" He said, "Well, it was in the mail or the newspaper and the email and the one of the things." So it came up. So just to make sure that everyone knows, okay, because this actually happened to me when Eddie Van Halen passed away. There was an email that came through. I think it may have been to him.
Yeah, it was a
that
scam.
was like a scam that said his will was he wanted to make sure that CBD helped him so much that he wanted to let everybody know.
I mean, is it any surprise to you that everybody's trying to get into the CBD business, especially celebrities and people who have followings? I mean, it's a natural thing. The question that you have to ask yourself, which is fairly obvious, is, you know, are they motivated financially in some way to do this, or do they honestly believe it? I mean, I can tell you one thing, that Stephen and I are definitely not motivated financially, because I tell you, you know, it's been tough out there, you know?
Yeah. It's actually, it's not necessarily the money machine everybody wants, especially if you're in it for the long term like us.
It's all about reputation, and it's all about building up a credible brand. You and I always talk about this. This is, at the end of the day, we want people to know Max and Stephen stand for something, right? And that what we say is in the bottle.
Is in the bottle.
And I'm not trying to make a plug, but this is our only opportunity during the show to actually plug our company. So why wouldn't we? But look, I'm honored that Dave would call. I'm honored that your dad's paying attention to CBD. By the way, he's a user.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to hear about that type of stuff. Would you like to thank some people?
Yeah, definitely want to thank Jackie Cohen-Roth. Thank you for joining us again today, and hopefully we can have you back again soon. There's just so much to talk about with you. Doc G, thanks for the early entry. You helped us out. Noah, it's Mercury retrograde. It's not your fault, man. We love you, brother. It's all good, man. Everything's great.
And let's thank each other. Let's thank Max and Stevens Premium Hemp Extracts for sponsoring this wonderful show that you see every Sunday. www.understandingcbd.com. Right there, you get all of these episodes. Any podcast service you use, check us out on there. Also videos, 443-743-2444. Call or text.